Welcome everyone to the SERL Hot Wheels Cup Series Season 1 Race 7 at Charlotte. We are going to conclude the Charlotte weekend under the lights with 42 fast cars, and I think most likely what we saw yesterday in the American Ethanol Series is going to give us a pretty clear point on what we're going to see tonight. We're going to see crazy racing, 3 to 4 wide, almost 4 wide action right here, several crashes, and even when they didn't crash, they came pretty close to. So I think so I'll be curious. So I think we'll all be curious to see how much we'll see of that in the through the course of 51 laps. So yeah, so if you go back to the last race at Bristol, Eric Almhart still maintains his points lead by 12 points, and he starts 7th. And starting in track position at this track is key, because Bob Jones, the American Ethanol Series winner, started on the pole, and that's where Karl Kozlowski starts. So can Karl Kozlowski stop the bleeding? But now he's given another chance because he won the pole at Auto Club, and he wasn't really good that day, but he came pretty close to redeem himself, and got like a 3rd place finish out of it. So I'll be curious to see how this race goes. But then 2nd place in points is the 40 of John Bell, a two-time winner this year, and he starts right here on the high side. So and we saw how yesterday the top, I believe yesterday the top 8 in points all DNF'd, and that definitely caused it, because after that race was over, we got a new points leader. So we'll just see what happens today. Anyway, now let's get the cars rolling off. As they go through turns 1 and 2 on the pace lap, let's see where everyone is qualifying. So Eric Almhart starts 7th. John Bell starts 26th. Third in points in the 34 is Benny Watson. So would not surprise me if we saw like 42nd through 20th like all DNF. It's very possible at this race. So as the pace car rolls by here through turns 3 and 4, these Charlotte races can go wild, and they can go crazy. So we are in for one heck of a ride. So thank you for watching this video. As the pace car rolls down here, Karl Kozlowski and Jonathan Skavnicki are here on the front row, and they are going to lead us to the green flag. Green flag here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Here we go. The green flag is waving in the air. Here we are. Green flag. Okay, now entering turns 1 and 2. We've seen before. I thought the outside line does benefit on the star here. So we could easily see it today here, and these cars are getting pretty close. So I'm pretty positive that they all made it through turns 1 and 2. Karl Kozlowski keeps the lead here. Jonathan Skavnicki falls right into place. He gets right behind. Oh, contact! Right here, watch out! Watch out! This could be treacherous. Herd wall scrapes are here. Jonathan Skavnicki can't get down. Karl Kozlowski is going to lead the first lapper here. And now the caution's out right here as they're wrecking to the tri-oval. William Bedford and Kendall Garner right here. Nick Smith possibly as well. And I believe they're crashing in front here. Yes, they are. Andrew Brand, Elliot Vogel. Okay, so obviously not as wacky as These portion drivers have not raced their way back to the field here, so they're gonna take the now here. So John Skabnicki, he leads a lap, and he's going to get all of these, and he's gonna lead all these laps right here. So he's more, so he's getting more close to leading the most laps right here. So let's go back and see what happened to William Bedford and Cal Gardner. There's Andrew Brandt and Elliot Vogel right here, pretty close to where Cal Gardner and William Bedford were here. So Cliff Crafton actually gets in the wall, and you can see right there, LJ Mills in the 78 of Biff Crafton right here also went through the grass and took a pretty wild ride here. And Nick Smith in 27 here took a pretty hard hit into that outside wall. Now let's go check on what happened to Andrew Brandt and Elliot Vogel. The helicopter gives us a pretty good view here. So points leader. So points leader John Bell here gets into LJ Mills and Biff Crafton here, and LJ Mills he comes back on track right here, makes contact with John Bell, that might have been payback here, and then gets into Connor Breen, last week's winner at Bristol. Then John Bell here, and then right here John Bell gets into Andrew Brandt, bouncing off the wall right here. Then Andrew Brandt bounces off the wall, so lots of bouncing off walls, and then gets into Elliot Vogel right here. I don't think anyone is going to be out here as the Crafton gets a little bit front and Andrew right here. But let's go on board a few people. Pit stops did happen, but since half of the field was still racing back, and since half of the field was in motion, the pit stops kind of got all wacky and confusing tonight. So Eric Almahart is the new leader here, and then. And Jonathan Skabnicki is the highest driver in the race right now with fresh tires. So we'll just have to see how all of these drivers react right here. So still no DNF so far, but this is not going to be our only caution. We're going to have probably at least like 3 more cautions left in the race. Here, so Eric Almahart, your points leader. So the top 5 drivers did not pit right here, but this is good for Eric Almahart because he's getting these extra, because he's getting his bonus points right here, and he is not too far away from leading the most laps. But of course, this top five will still have to all make pit stops right here. Here we go back to the green flag. Fuel mileage has affected the outcome for a few drivers in the past 2 races right here, and it wouldn't surprise me if it affected them again right here. Daniel Boyles is going to try to take the leader here. So the first several cars right here are pretty much single file, all calm, not really too much to care for. So Daniel Boyles he's gonna lead this lap right here, but here comes Nick Pericles as we get another caution right here. And what happened? Oh my God! Oh my God! Andrew Brandt, Dion Scott, Garrett Sidnor, Sean Harple, LJ Mills once again. Oh no, and the points there once again, John Bell. So definitely not a good day for him. Connor Breeden is strangely on the apron, and we saw the 55 of Riley White, two pit roads. I don't know what happened with him right here. So Daniel Boyles is now going to lead all these laps. So let's go back and see what happened. At Charlotte, turn 4 always seems to be the trouble spot right here, because with that safer barrier, things just get a little bit higher here, as the 43 here, Cody Evans and Dion Scott get together right here, and then Sean Harple right here just simply has nowhere to go right here, gets into Tony Green, Roman Rahal gets a piece of it right here, and then we're going to go see what happened up front right here. But then all of a sudden right here, Garrett Sidnor, John Bell right here, the Garrett Sidnor flips Dion Scott, and then Andrew Brandt right here, he also gets airborne as well. So we're gonna go see what happens with Garrett Sidnor portion right here. And we also saw, as we see Biff Crafton right here. So several drivers that are running pretty well in the points, like John Bell and Andrew Brandt, and Biff Crafton, the Auto Club player, are all struggling. So now let's go back up and see what happens to drivers like LJ Mills. After making contact with Dion Scott right here, Sean Harple hits the wall, then comes back up into LJ Mills right here, and then LJ Mills spins spins right here, and then goes head on. At least he hit the safer barrier right here. Spins right here, and then everyone avoided him right here. And then okay, so what happened right here with Connor Breeden? He just avoided the crash. I see. He actually hit Sean Harple and then went to the apron. So now let's go onboard Sean Harple. Crafton had a pretty decent wreck avoidance. Never mind. That wasn't decent. It was actually pretty great. Anyway, now let's go back to the green flag. We lost Sean Harple, LJ Mills, Andrew Brandt, Garrett Sinor, and Dion Scott after that crash right here. So a few drivers came down for pit stops right here. So now Adrian Felix is now strangely the leader. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what exactly happened there. So I guess every driver came down for pit stops. I guess, and then Adrian Felix inherited the lead. So as we enter through lap 12 right here, it's kind of not really a good clue on what driver has led the most laps because everyone so far in this race has led pretty much the same amount of laps, but we'll just see right here. I think if Jonathan Skabnicki can get by Adrian Felix right here, he'll hold on to that crown right here. So yeah, so we'll see here. And Sean Harple does it very successfully, but here comes Adrian Felix back under right here. Oh, they made contact right here. Okay, so they'll go right here. Oh no! Karl Gazowski right here gets into Arsh Hassan right here, and and now we have a caution. Philip Watson spins, and that seems to be. Okay, so Philip Watson has spun. Okay, so these are the drivers. So those were the drivers who made it past the start finish line here. And these are all the drivers that are still racing their way back right here to the field here. Oh my God, Zach Smith hits the wall pretty hard. Jonathan Skabnicki, so he will definitely get all of these bonus points. Now let's go back and see what happened to Philip Watson. Daniel Boyles and Nick Smith right here. They make contact. They go high up in the wall here, and Philip Watson tries to avoid her here, but then Daniel Boyles gets into Kellen Gardner here and goes into Philip Watson. Philip Watson hits the outside wall here, gets up in the air. Once again, John Bell gets involved in this crash, so awful day for John Bell. This is not helping him at all. So a crash that looked like that it was going to go a lot more worse. Turns out it wasn't. Anyway, now let's go back to the green flag. No cars are out after that crash right here. So once again, I don't understand what these drivers like are doing right here, because Jonathan Skabnicki is the first driver with fresh tires right here. So all this pit strategy here is very interesting here, but at the same time, it's also causing us to have a lot of different winners right here. So I believe Jonathan Skabnicki still has. I'm going to give the bonus point to Jonathan Skabnicki right here. I'm going to give the bonus point to Jonathan Skabnicki, but I think if someone like Morgan McGurn or Stuart Gradden or Matthew Hotchkiss can lead like 4 or 5 laps, then they can take that crown here. So Morgan McGurn leads that lap. I finally remembered his name right here. So now all of a sudden here our top our top 10 is a very interesting top 10 right here. There's Elliot Vogel, who was involved in that first crash right here. Cody Evans right here, who is strangely slowing. So Morgan McGurn, okay, fine. So he's not gonna lose the lead anytime soon right here. Oh my God, Eric Almahart right here. Oh my God, we are stacking it in right here, and we may not will survive. And Roman Rahal now goes for a spin. Right here, watch out. Watch it. Things could get nerve-wracking. Right here. They're going 4 wide right here. I don't think it's gonna work. Oh my God. Jordan Newman right here. I don't know if he hit the wall, but that came pretty close right here. So who's out here? Roman Rahal, Nick Smith, Justin Tompus, possibly. Okay, let's go see what happened. Roman Rahal right here and Justin Tompus make the first contact right here. So actually Nicholas Grant actually got into Roman Rahal. He slid over here. Then Roman Rahal gets back into Nicholas Grant here, and then that's where Roman Rahal spins. Charles Belding gets into the wall. Charles Belding has kind of had a rough weekend right here, and then Nick Smith and Phil Watson get the end portion of that crash right here, as all these drivers still scurry around here. So that's what happened right here. But then right here we gotta skip over to what happened right here with Jordan Newman. Here, did he hit the wall? Oh my goodness, that was super close right there. Let's see it from another angle. This will give us the best view of how close he came to hit that wall right here. So he's here. Now let's pause. Pause right here. Oh my God, that was super close, and then it almost came back on track and took out a few more cars. Now let's go back to the green flag. Some drivers made some pit stops, and now John Skebnicki, once leading, is now once the leader is now back in 29th right here, and we lost Ruben Rahal, Nicholas Grant, and Nick Smith. So for some drivers, if the crash they were involved in wasn't like a hard hit, it will take at least a few more crashes for them to for their cars to not be able to function again. Here, so Morgan McGurn leads. Fine. So now at this point, Morgan McGurn would get the most point for leading the most laps at this point because he led caution laps and then he led laps under caution the previous time right here. As the pace car pulls down to pit road right here, every one of our crashes has happened either in turn 3 and 4 or coming off of turn 4 here. And yesterday we saw crashes right here happen in turn 1. In the truck series we saw crashes on the back straightaway. So will we see crashes in other places? I think that's gonna be the major question right here. Here comes Morgan McGurn. He's going to try to get his first one right here. Morgan McGurn, he's 67 points. Right behind him, Austin Kennedy. Austin Kennedy is not inside the top 25 points, and he's our Daytona 500 winner. Ever since the Daytona 500, it's just been like a struggle for him. Nick Pericles in the 30 right here. Nick Pericles, he's 25th in points, so he can definitely use a good run here. And we got another caution here. The cautions will just never end here. Oh my God! Club Craftsman, Justin Tompus, Adrian Felix, John Bell right here. That may do for him. Sergio Alonso, Eric Almahart, our points leader here today. So I was right here. So several drivers right here have taken major hits. Let's find out. Let's figure out what happened right here. This crash started entering turn 3, but it continued all the way to the start-finish line right here. So Adrian Felix gets into the pole center car last gear here, and that's where like wall smacking sound came from right here. Then Adrian Felix right here. Actually, Zach Smith actually got into he slid up into Diego Stevenson in the 17, and then Diego Stevenson Roush teammates got together here. Adrian Felix goes into the outside wall here, and then the driver Benny Watson right here just have nowhere to go right here. Eric Almahart right here just had nowhere to go. So did Stuart Gray and John over here to Tony Green. Just until I was Club Crafton right here. Just really nowhere to go. Sergio Alonso right here made slight contact right here right here with Adrian Felix at, and that's where he got his damage. Right here. So Eric Onhart just had simply nowhere to go. Now it's got onwards and cameras. Eric Onhart here, he's definitely gonna be out on the race right here, and I think definitely along with John Bell. Being really far behind the pack really benefited Jonathan Skavnicki. Now let's go back to the green. There was actually a reason why Jonathan Skavnicki was far back in the pack right here. Sergio Alonso got into Club Captain right here, and then they just simply all spin right here, and then Charles Belling hits the inside wall here. So there's a reason why Jonathan Skavnicki was far back in the pack. But that's what pit strategy and track position will do to you. Anyway, now let's go back to the green flag. Now only 29 cars stay right here because we lost Benny Watson, Eric Almahart, Justin Talabos, John Bell here, Adrian Felix. Several drivers are here. And we just passed halfway while we were under caution right here, and several drivers still came back down pit road here. So everyone here is pitting like crazy. Maybe in future Hot Wheels Cup Series races I won't do pit stops again because at this point it's kind of getting confusing. It's kind of like a lottery at this point right here. So Nick Perkins leads. Jordan Newman, who came pretty close to here, hitting the inside wall extremely hard. Now he is going to take the lead here. At this point, I think I'm going to give the extra bonus point to Morgan McGurn. But if Nick Perkins can lead like two more laps, they don't get the extra bonus point right here. So we come off turn 4 here, and no caution yet. Oh, someone hope that. Oh, yep, we have a caution. Oh my god, another big crasher here. Stuart Grand, Cody Evans, Arch Hassan, Jonathan Skavnicki, Austin Kennedy. Several more drives right here, so the cautions continue right here. Let's go back and so there you go here. Cody Evans gets into the wall. Matthew Hodgkins also makes hard contact with the wall as well here, and then that's where Austin Kennedy spins, and then Austin Kennedy and Tony Green make contact right here, and then Tony Green saves it, but Austin Kennedy just unfortunately not so lucky right here, but he kept the car pretty clean. Let's go on board with him. Here is the so here is our one attack. So Karl Kozlowski. So now I'm going to give the bonus point to Karl Kozlowski because Karl Kozlowski, he led the first lap right here, so that's one lap, and then he led all of these caution laps. So Karl Kozlowski now has the extra bonus point right here, and now he's the leader. No cars are out. Cody Evans is the last car on the lead lap right here. So I believe at this point. So I believe at this point we've had like 5 cautions, 6 cautions, and we still have. Well, okay. So when we go green this time by, it'll be 17 more laps to go. So the winner. So because of all the pit strategy, the winner at this point is still very unpredictable. But we'll just see how it all unfolds out here at Charlotte. Zach Smith is going to try to go to the high side right here, but it is not working right here. And here comes Sergio Alonso right here. He was involved in an earlier crash, but Karl Kozlowski was also somewhat involved in an earlier crash. All this his strategy right here is making the race very interesting right here. So if this were the American Ethanol Series race, Karl Kozlowski would have won right here. But now we have another caution here. Stuart Gradin in Saunders right here. Austin Kennedy once again. it always seems like it always seems like the same drivers just keep on getting involved in crashes. Here, let's go see what. So Austin Kennedy right here gets help from Aiden Saunders right here, gets into the left rear here, gets into the left rear here. It looked like that they were going to save it, but the Aiden Saunders right here just simply did not let off right here, and Austin Kennedy goes. So all these drivers right here. So and Cody Evans just had like nowhere to go right here. He keeps the car under control, but yeah. Anyway, now let's go back to the green flag. Now we have lost Aiden Saunders and Austin Kennedy. So I believe at this point I think at this point we're just gonna keep on having like cautions until we get to like 23, 24 cars, maybe even like 20 cars at this point. The way things are going here, but I think at this point. Because he led the first lap and because he's led the past like 8 laps, I think Keselowski is going to clinch most laps led. So that most point is well, fine. He hasn't clinched yet. Morgan McGurn right here, who is currently in 5th place. If he can get by Keselowski, or if he can become the leader, and lead like 5 more laps right here, then the bonus point for leading the most laps would go to Morgan McGurn. But we'll just see how it all turns out right here. Zach Smith once again tries to go to the high side right here. This race is just all about survival right here. And this time right here, Zach Smith, it's working for Zach Smith because Zach Smith got help from Elliot Vogel right here. And now Keselowski, he's not getting baited right here. As they're getting pretty wacky right here in the back, we see Charles Belly up in the wall. Oh, and Cody Evans and Nick Pericles make contact, and they spin. So we got another caution. Right here. Now Zach Smith is going to lead the backfield here, but now Riley White. That damage on Riley White is going to pretty much end it for him. Let's go back and see what happened. Riley White is finally out of the race right here, but okay, fine. So if we have a caution, right here, right on this restart here, so I believe at this point the race probably will enter caution right here, but who knows? So I think at this point, if Keselowski or Sergio Alonso or Charles Sainz is going to win this thing, they're going to have to get by Zach Smith right here very quickly, right here. But we'll just see what happens. If you're still watching, thank you all for watching. Anyway, so Zach Smith is gonna take us back to the green flag. Okay, so Keselowski, he's not made his move yet right here. Daniel Voiles is trying to. But here comes Sergio Alonso right here. He's gonna get by Keselowski right here and then try to get by the 11 of Zach Smith, and it's working for him. Right here. But Keselowski right here, I think that Keselowski and Zach Smith are trying to work together here to get by Sergio Alonso here. They're drafting. But it's not working for them, and they actually got up in the wall. Oh my goodness, they made contact right here, and it did not benefit them one bit. And the caution is now out once again here, and Sergio Alonso is in the leader here. Oh my god, it's Zach Smith up in the wall here, and Kevin Bull. Oh my god, gets in Charles Belly here, Connor Bria. Oh my god, Kevin Bull goes for a wild ride right here. So additional, so this race. So this caution is going to take quite a bit of time here to clean up. But now, Sergio Alonso in the 10 now is the leader here. Let's go see what happened. Someone is probably saying, Cody Evans, please get off the track here. But for the first time ever, a crash happened in turns 1 and 2. Right here. So Cody Evans and Jim Kelly right here were the biggest losers. But then let's go see what happened to Kevin Bull. When you have a 3-wide situation like that, and all 3 drivers are just super close to the wall right here, and when Kevin Bull right here hits the wall in turns 1 and 2, there's no way it's all going to work out right here. But they might have all been reacting here from when Zach Smith hit the wall. Then Diego Stevenson gets into the 2 of Joey Smith. Then Kevin Bull here, he just comes back in track right here, gets into the big Crafton right here. Tony Green gets help, so does Charles Belling here, and then Kevin Bull right here just goes upside down here, and never ever gets back on his lid. I don't think. And then Elliot Vogel came out of nowhere. Anyway, so let's take another shot. Elliot Vogel, fresh off of that crash right here, he gets into Tony Green right there, and I think that punches a tire, very similar to what happened to LJ Mills earlier in the race. Let's go onboard some cameras. Let us all experience Kevin Bull's wild ride. And that's it. Let's go on board. If you can't find yourself, then that means you're out. We have 18 cars on the lead lap right here. So and we're gonna go back to green flag right here with so we're gonna go back to green right here with 3 laps to go. We're gonna go back to green flag with 2 more laps to go. To correct myself here. Sergio Alonso are here, so Carl Kozlowski and Zach Smith had to come down pit road right here, which now leaves the door wide open right here for William Bedford and Jordan Newman and Kendall Garner and Scott Dale. Right here, so lies on the line for Sergio Alonso here. Oh no, William Bedford runs out of gas. Here, that must have what happened right here. So now Jordan Newman right here. So could these drivers run out of fuel? That's gonna be the question right here. So we'll just see. Here comes Jordan Newman right here. He goes to the outside here, trying to take the lead. Here comes Scott Dale right here. Oh no, and Kendall Garner runs out of fuel. Oh no, and so is Sergio Alonso right here. So these drivers are going through major troubles right here. Right here, and Kendall Garner is getting in the way of the field. So who's next? So this has spread the field wide open right here. And we're still green. We're still green. Right here. Here comes Scott Dale and Jordan Newman. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Right here. We still have 1 more lap to go. Right here. Diego Stevenson now leads. William Bedford, Kendall Garner, Sergio Alonso. Oh my god. These are the kind of runs that these drivers really do not want to afford right here. Diego Stevenson. Diego Stevenson has really not run well like all race long right here. What's gonna happen here? Nick Pericles right behind him in case Diego Stevenson runs out of fuel. But looks like that it's not gonna happen at this point right here as they lap Sergio Alonso. Right here, here we go here for the final lap. Here, Nick Pericles has lost ground. Joey Smith right here. So this is gonna be. So I'm sorry. So here comes Diego Stevenson. So as long as William Bedford does not get in the way, Diego Stevenson should easily take this thing home. Diego Stevenson, who saw him right here? Oh, gets into William Bedford right here! He gets in the wall! Here comes Nick Pericles in the back of them right here! Oh my goodness! Nick Pericles comes off right here, hits the wall! And Nick Pericles is gonna come on to run for here! Nick Pericles wins at Charlotte! The wild race ends tonight! Oh my goodness! Zach Smith, Carl Kozlowski, he's gonna come in 3rd. Oh my goodness! What an end to the race here. Diego Stevenson, can he make it? It doesn't seem like he can. Oh my goodness, right here. Diego Stevenson. It looks like that he finally ran out of fuel. So he now goes to the garage. So Nick Pericles right here has won the race. Oh my goodness. It looked like Diego Stevenson had it in the bag, but then William Bedford. Oh my god, right here. Diego Stevenson is going to be angry at William Bedford here. Zach Smith is going to pitch 2nd. Carl Kozlowski 3rd. Good runs for all these drivers right here. So when I calculate the if you take entering this race, if you take the top 10 drivers in points, the biggest driver who benefited benefit from all this was Zach Smith. He has 8 points right here, and he's 8 points, and he's got a bonus point right here for leading at least 1 lap right here. Carter Kozlowski clinches most laps led. Oh my gosh, here what a wild finish right here to an incredibly long race. Let's see what happened right here between William Bedford and Diego Stevenson. Diego Stevenson here, he approaches on William Bedford here. So William Bedford here, he just came, he recently came off the pit right here, so he was just slightly slower here, and then gets into Diego Stevenson here. Nick Pericles, he gets into the back of Diego Stevenson, so Nick Pericles had to save himself right here, and then gets into William Bedford right here, and then this crash actually gets really serious right here, because as watch right here, Joey Smith was going to get a good fish right here, and then Jordan Newman, oh my god, and Arch Hossain right here. Matthew Hodgkins right here is going to have nowhere to go. So is Morgan McGurn. Carter Kozlowski avoids it all here, and so is Club Craft right here. So pretty big stack up right here. So this is good. And Scott Dale right here. Does Scott Dale get a piece of it? Yes, he does. Yes, he does right here. And then Benny Watson. Yeah, he actually had to ride the outside wall right here. Now let's go on board Diego Stevenson. Diego Stevenson was just half a lap away from his first victory right here, and he would have benefited tremendously. He was outside the top 25 points right here, and this win, along with like almost like everyone in front of him in points who pretty much DNF. This one had benefited tremendously, but then watch as his win goes away. On board. Now let's go on board Nick Pericles. Nick Pericles, watch him keep control of his car right here. Comes off of turn 4 here and gets the win. Here is our official standings, so never mind. So it looks like that. I'm not going to change the AI drafting distance after this race. Okay, fine. So technically, Arch Hossain, Matthew Hodgkins, so pretty much everyone through Diego Stevenson through Scott Dale should technically be out right here. So if we take all of those drivers out right here, we technically had counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 cars. Technically, only 6 cars finished the race, and only 3 of those cars finished on the lap. That is going to be a record, and that record is probably might just exist forever, possibly. So Nick Pericles wins. Zach Smith, Carter Kozlowski are here. When those drivers go to bed, they're gonna say things like I was so lucky to be one of the few survivors. So because only 6 cars, because six cars technically finished on the lead lap, then that means 36 cars DNF'd right here. So make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and goodbye. I'm sorry if this video was long, but I just want to thank you for watching this video. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Congrats to Nick Pericles, and bye.